and welcome to another John's Media World Extra. This is an extra. We now know why Melania had her press conference. She's getting threats from an old kind of friend of hers, and we'll be getting to that in just a moment. This is truly an amazing thing. To open this Pandora's box like this, we're going to get so many new characters in this story that I'm really kind of anxious to see what happens. All right, let's have a little brief summary here of something you're going to hear from Nerdy Pink Panda. Now, that's a web wisdom. I always find people out there that know how to speak their onions and be factual at the same time, and Nerdy Pink Panda checks out. So this is kind of a summary. She speaks very quickly here, and she has additional information as well. Anyway, Melania Trump used to work as a model of Donald Trump's friend, Paolo Zampoli. In a nasty divorce, Zampoli allegedly had Trump use ICE to deport his ex-wife, Amanda Ungaro. Pleasant. No honor among thieves. Amanda is now set to do an interview this weekend and tell all about Melania, Epstein, Trump, and Zampoli. Now, there's more in this video clip I'm going to show you, but I think it's entertaining. She goes through it very quickly, so let's find out what Nerdy Pink Panda has to offer.
Oh, it's not just this one tweet that's got Melania shooketh. It was the tweets after that has Melania panicking. I'll show you those in a second, but for those that don't know, this is Amanda Ungaro. When she was 17, she was brought to America by Jean-Luc Brunel when she signed with his modeling agency, Karen. She was in a decade-long relationship with Paolo Zampoli. Paolo Zampoli was Melania's agent. Their story has always been that he was the one who introduced her to Trump. And Paolo now currently works so closely with this administration, he is currently with J.D. Vance in Turkey. And Amanda and Melania were like this. After the relationship soured, Zampoli used his connections with Trump to send ICE after his baby mama. Now, not only has she been deported back to Brazil, but he has essentially stolen their 15-year-old child. As you can see, recently, she has started to talk because what does she have left to lose? And now word on the street is an interview is about ready to drop that Amanda did last weekend. Clearly, she has now been emboldened and empowered enough to start speaking out. But I want you all to notice the time and date on this one, because this is the one everyone's talking about, the 11 o'clock, April 8th one. But it's the tweets that came after midnight that are the ones that scared Melania so badly into having an impromptu press conference without Trump's knowledge. She says, "Do you know what I think about you after 20 years? And she's directly talking to Flotus here. "We'll take legal action against you and your PDF husband. I have known you for 20 years. You knew I was detained by ICE. You were present in my life. Every year on my son's birthday, even sending Secret Service and being the first to congratulate him back in 2016. Something was clearly wrong, but I am not part of any evil mission involving children. So what did you do, Melania? You tried to involve me, but you failed because I have character."
Individuals lying about me are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect.
"I will tear down your corrupt system, even if it's the last thing I do in my life. I will go all the way. I am not afraid. Maybe you should be afraid of what I know, of who you are and who your husband is. I have nothing left to lose in my life. I will tear down the entire system. Be careful with me, bitch." That's why.
All right.
That is why. Because Melania knows that Amanda knows the secrets. I mean, Amanda was even going after Pam Bondi, telling her that, "Do you fully understand the extent of the information I possess regarding you and the individuals associated with you? This is the public hearing we need. This is the woman who needs to testify under oath. This is the woman who could save a nation right now."
Well, I would just love to see something on Pam Bondi. I really would. Anyway, that's great stuff. The media immediately sought out a mega that was in full support of what Melania did, because now she's calling for the hearings, put this all on record. Finally, we've been calling for that for a long period of time. Now Melania is behind it. We'll see what happens. But they did find a pundit who says that Melania should be congratulated, praised.
You were on the show a number of days straight saying, "Oh, it's another Epstein day. It's another Epstein day. When are we possibly going to get off of Jeffrey Epstein?" And we did. And yet, now here we are.
Here it is. And what I'm struck by so far, it's only an hour or so in, but a lot of Democrats who were calling for more action on Epstein We'll see if they praise Melania Trump today. I mean, she's in calling on Congress to hold hearings with the victims. That should be seen as a big step forward. Congressman Subramaniam, I didn't hear that from him, of a lot of unilateral praise.
No, I didn't hear it either, and I'm not going to hear it from anybody. Anyway, that is a pundit, of course, supporting Melania and, of course, adding praise to the Trump family again. Now, that isn't all. There's something else. There's more. A woman by the name of Victoria is coming out with a series on her own, and she's apologizing to her attorney up front for it. I got to say that, Melania, just thank you for bringing this all out again. And we got something different to talk about, and new names and new characters to find out more about. So anyway, check this out. This is Victoria and her threat.
Hi, my name is Victoria, and I am coming on here to say that I am going to officially start doing a series to seek justice. I apologize to my attorneys, but I'll get permission from you later. Anyways, essentially, we have gone through this for many, many years. This needs to be put to an end with the Epstein files, with Melania coming out and saying that she had no ties to Epstein. I will literally, being personally involved with Paolo Zampoli, reporting me and my dad to the FBI when he committed the crime. He committed the crime. Me and my dad did nothing. We did nothing wrong. Reported us to the FBI, report us to the Department of State, is trying to actively sue us. We did nothing wrong. You are the perpetrator, you are a criminal, and I am going to start doing a series on you, Jean-Luc Brunel, Jeffrey Epstein, and Donald Trump. So get ready. And Pam Bondi. But you no longer have Pam Bondi.
Well, we still have Pam Bondi. We'll get to Pam Bondi. We'll find out more, I hope. Anyway, over the weekend, of course, the testimony will take place with Amanda Ungaro, and will probably be dissected on Monday and Tuesday as well. And, of course, talking about all the other added characters to the story. I'm John Peters, special edition of Media World Extra. We'll see you again